Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we like to begin this lesson by giving all glory, all honor, and all praises unto Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Recha Kodash.
giving double honors, double unto the apostles and elders of greatness, so we surely do you well. And as always, we like to say Shalom unto the elect.
Shalom to the elect.
Alright, couple of brothers here gathered together from the heroes of Yahushai, Kam brother
Chana.
and my brother Mashallah. Come to bring out a little bit of edification tonight based off of the word of the day for June 3rd, 2026. Right, the word here, engender. But I could read the definition.
Is engender. Now, from the Merriam-Webster dictionary, what it means, engender is a formal word that means to be the source or cause of something.
Right. Go ahead, read
Read examples. Our monthly book club meeting started as a way to connect and ended up being a great place to engender unity. Engender toward unity and build lifelong friendships. Examples during a moment defined by
anti-intellectualism,
escapism, and AI tools that let you skip cognitive work entirely. Intellectual creators are doing something kind of countercultural, says Death to Stocks culture researcher Agus Panzoni.
Yeah.
These influencers, who have also built established communities around intellectual pursuits, or greater meaning and engender more trust.
Right.
Maxillian, Vogue, 15 April 2026. Did you know a good paragraph about engender will engender understanding in the reader? Like its synonym, generate. Engender comes from the Latin verb generare, meaning to generate or to beget.
Right.
And when the word was first used in the 14th century, engender meant propagate or procreate.
Right.
That literal meaning having to do with creating offspring, which generates shared when it was adopted in the 16th century, was soon joined by the to cause to exist or develop.
Cause to exist, as they know the meaning of the Most High's name,
mm-hmm.
right?
Or develop, to produce, meaning most familiar to us today. Generare didn't just engender, generate, or engender. Engender to water. Regenerate, degenerate, and generation have the same Latin root. As you might have suspect, the list of engender relatives does not end there. Generare comes from the Latin noun genus, meaning origin or kind. From the source, we took our own word, genus, plus gender, general, and generic, among other words.
Exactly. So what is the origin, source, or cause of Yahweh's anger? Right? We're gonna head into it. If you could give me firstly the book of Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8, because we do understand that the Most High is royally pissed off. Right? Go ahead.
Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
So he's likening someone or something unto prey. Does that not mean he's telling us that he's a predator? Right? Go ahead. And he has a bloodlust that he needs to satisfy. Go ahead.
For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger.
And you know, indignation goes into righteous anger. So right again, topic for the lesson. What is causing the Most High's anger? Go ahead.
For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
So he's so pissed off that he's ready to scorch the face of the earth. Because he kills or has become a leaders and Nahum 1 and 9 or 1 and 3. The Most High's fury or wrath is poured out with fire. Nahum and minor prophets. After Micah, right? Because 1:3, 1:9.
quote it again.
poured out like fire. Like it, look at that. 1:6. What do you value?
In Nahum 1:6, who can stand before his indignation,
As righteous anger.
and who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him.
Exactly. So what we understand when the Most High is pissed off, that is something to be afraid of. Right? As we're going to read in these scriptures. Right? If you can write down Psalms 2 and 1, because we need to understand what is the cause of the Most High's anger. Well, who was the enemies of Nasha, and it is these fucking nations that dwell on the face of the earth. Go ahead.
This is book of Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
But
The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, against his anointed, saying,
now, who do we know is the anointed of Yahweh? The nation of Israel. Number 6. Yahweh Shai, beginning with Yahweh Shai, literally has the title or rank of being the Mashiach, the anointed one, right? And then by extension, we elect the rest of the nation of Israel that follow. Right? Mashiach, the first fruits afterward, they that are Mashiach that is coming.
the ones that get the unction from the Holy
The
One. So
unction
they know.
from the Holy
Because
One.
they go
Right?
into that word unction, I think it also goes into
The
anointing.
anointing, right? They were given the anointing from the Holy One, and the whole nation of Israel also falls under this. Why? Number 6. There was an anointing prayer was put on the whole nation of Israel. Right? Huh? Number 6 and verse 20. Correct. Right. So what the kings of the earth have gone against and have taken counsel. They are devising plans to go against them and against his nation. Devising explosion.
Psalms 2 and verse 3. Let us break the bands asunder and cast away the cords from us.
Let's fix the slavery position that we have amongst the nation of Israel. Beginning with Yahweh, we are all slaves. So let's fix this. Right? Right.
Verse 5, sorry, verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
He is laughing at the plans of his people and making counsel of his people and advising. He's laughing. Right?
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall have recognition.
Right?
Verse 5, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath.
In his wrath, because I do remember these nations are engendering or causing the anger of the Most High.
And vex them with his sore displeasure.
And vex them in his sore displeasure. What they see you love now and about to piss you off in the Psalms of the truth. So what they piss you off because it is clear who devising this nation is about to protect the Psalms of the truth.
Psalms of Psalm 1, the Psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head, and right even and then go say, well, that is referring to the ones that hate Israel. But if you hate Israel, if they hate the Lord people, they hate the Lord.
Exactly, because he loved them. So if you hate them, you hate me.
It's just say that
did not Yahweh went before
for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. Have taken crafty counsel against some people and consulted against some people.
And we know again they say, and they that hate them. So basically, we should do by extension of this hate the Most High. If you look in the Psalms 15. Nations. It 17. Psalms 9 verse 17.
In Psalms 9 and 17, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget power.
Right, so all the nations that do not acknowledge the Most High, they're going to be turned into hell. They're going to go into the graves. Well, not in this Psalm.
Psalm 73.
Yep.
Psalm 73. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against them hillbillies. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from the nations.
Why are they engendering the hate and the anger and the indignation of Yahweh? Because they have said, let us what? Go and cut them off. Right?
From the nation, and in the name of Israel, no more.
See, they will be cut off. It doesn't mean to be what? Cut to death. So, a lot of the judgments that Yahweh would have pronounced or would have told the nation of Israel when they would break his laws is that what that soul shall be cut off from amongst his people.
And that means what? And apples.
Right, unalive them. So the heathen nations have a plan to what? Unalive the nation of Israel to the point that they should no more exist or no more be remembered. Is that not something to engender? Sorry, Salakia, to engender the hate of Yahweh? Yes, it is. Go ahead.
It's Psalms, Revelation. The 11th chapter, the dead bodies lie spiritually in a place called Sodom and Egypt,
And the
and
dead
they
bodies
suffer
shall
not,
lie in the city spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
but they shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. Because them are the point. You know, we dead
Or
physically, you know.
Yeah.
Then when we are alive but in a dead state, then when we are alive and suffering.
Exactly.
You already think about it too. If this man hates you so much and he had rule over we slave, why you didn't do it? I used to always ponder that in the way. If this man had rule over we slave and he didn't just kill all our we off, why? Obviously one and the Lord will not allow it. But like you see, he had the power to do it. Why you want to do that? Because you want to see you alive and suffering.
Exactly. Right? Because he knows us being alive but spiritually dead is worse than us being spiritually alive but physically dead. Why? Because spiritually being dead brings judgment from the Most High. If you're spiritually not dead state as an Israelite, because the rest of the heathen nations have never been spiritually alive, right? Then what? You are now incurring the wrath and judgment from the one true power. And Esau knows this, that is why he makes sure and keeps the people in this docile state so that Yahweh can judge them. And Yahweh sees this. So what? Now Yahweh has a plan to judge you. Or go ahead.
Verse 5, they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
So now they are in league against you. God.
The tabernacles of Edom behead, and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, the Baal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre, as so also is joined with them. They have hold upon the children of Lot, Selah.
So what we understand, what is causing the anger of the Most High is the fact that there is a conglomerate, a gathering together, a league of heathen nations being spearheaded by the one nation that hates us more than everybody else. Is it Ezekiel 25:12?
I want to show you besides Amos 1 and 11.
Yeah. I'll get Ezekiel 25:12 with a good Amos 1:11.
Thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom and for 4, I'm going to turn away the punishment thereof.
Now again, thus saith Yahweh. So again, Esau definitely believes and definitely carries the ideology that the Most High,
word of the Lord,
or that the Most High is not seeing what's going on. Who see it us? And who know it us? Like, no, you're not the puller, but that's the point. You understand that Esau has that mentality. Who see it us, who know it us. But again, the Most High is literally telling you he knows what you all are doing. Go ahead.
Amos 1 and 11, thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom and for 4, I'm going to turn away the punishment thereof. Because he pursues brother with the sword, the cast off all pity, and his anger declared perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
Exactly, for the notice Ezekiel 25 and 12.
We look at Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12.
Because we clearly see his mindset towards from the nation of Edom toward the nation of Israel since the time in Exodus 17, war with Amalek. Since that and even before that, the serpent to the
serpent, now I
garden.
think serpent to the garden.
If you could receive it, since then Esau has been against Jacob, and it didn't go and stop. Go ahead.
It's the 25 and 12. Let's say it, the ruler Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. Because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah, I taken vengeance and I greatly offended, and avenged himself upon them. Therefore thus said the ruler Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, also stretch out my hand upon Edom, I cut off man and beast from it. I will make it desolate from Teman, and they have Dedan shall fall by the sword. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom, and by the hand of my people Israel. These are Jeremiah 16 from verse 14. The next one I want to do Jeremiah 15 and 20. Or my battle last time my weapons of war, the deal will I break in pieces the nation.
15 and 20, is it?
15 and 20, 51 and 21.
Good.
And they shall do in Edom according to my anger, and according to my fury. I shall know my vengeance, saith the ruler, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, jumping on verse 17. I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes, and they shall know that I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I shall lay my vengeance upon them.
So exactly, so we'll be establishing here right now. The Most High is currently pissed off with these nations. Why again? Because they are making moves against his nation, and that's the best way to piss off the Most High is touch the apple of the eye if it could get. Zephaniah 2 and verse 8.
It's Zephaniah, Zechariah.
Zechariah 2 and verse 8.
Zechariah 2 and verse 8. For thus saith Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai of hosts, after the glory that he had sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you, for he had touched you, touching the apple of his eye.
Exactly, and you have become a spoil to all these nations. First Maccabees 2 and 10. What nation had not had a part in our captivity and gotten of the spoils? Psalm 03, Psalm chapter 2 showing that all these nations responsible for the suffering of the nation of Israel. Lamentations 2 and 15 show that every single one of these nations was looking for that day, was happy to see it, and they rejoiced at it. If you could give me it, it's now the book of Zechariah 14 and 9, because now we understand, now that they have engendered the wrath of Yahweh, what is he going to do? He's going to punish these nations unto death. Go ahead.
Zechariah 14, verse 9.
And we'll jump to verse 12 after.
Zechariah 14 and 9. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall be king over all the earth. That day there shall be one ruler, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and his name one.
Exactly, and we understand him. Now, I know one ruler, I want Yahweh.
Okay, one Yahweh.
Right, so because he's going to be one, he's only going to be one God. And next reason they have engendered the wrath of Yahweh. All these false gods that they have forwarded in here, that pissing off the Most High, because none of them read. Deuteronomy 32 and 39, read that in translations. A lot of the GNT translation, it said what? No other God is real. So the Most High know it and no other God. He look around the heavens and he'll see him. So who the fuck is all these Baal, fucking Ashtaroth, Hanuman and all that nonsense? None of that shit. In general, the wrath of the Most High, which has evils. Go ahead and destroy. But what is he going to do about it? Punish them. So,
Verse 12. And it shall be a plague wherewith Yahweh Bashem shall speak to the people that fought against Jerusalem. The flesh shall consume away by the sun upon their feet, and the Jews not gonna be filled to their clothes. But yes, and I'm for fucking up the city as well.
That as well. Ezekiel 36 appointed my land into their possession with the spiteful man to cast it out for another thing that you have done to engender the wrath of the Most High. But as you're saying,
But what? It refers to what? The people, because that places that people refer to that place. And when you go back to the word Jerusalem, the Hebrews, or Rational, it is what? City of peace.
or teaching of peace.
Teaching of peace. And when you find peace, you're talking about actual cities among the people.
Yep.
People just bring peace to that place, because as you can clearly see, the scripture say, the land side, no favor be shown to the wicked,
Yet in the land
But
of
of
rightness he will still deal unjustly. So it's not talking about just the place, but specifically to the people. The ones who have fought against the people of
Well, the flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. The eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
which is what they gonna eat a missile. Go ahead, Zachariah, no Zachariah, Isaiah 13, or with the shop.
Book Isaiah chapter 13, verse
17.
I'm read 5. You gonna read 4 and 5.
Well, yeah, 4 and 5,
Six
and
and then 3.
yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 13 and verse 4. The noise of the multitude of the mountains, like as of a great people, with a tumultuous noise of kingdoms of the nations gathered together.
And so like your father told you, bring it up, because it's good. Remember, Zephaniah 3 start the determination is that God had the nations. So you can see that he says the way to fix his anger is by starting a whole world war. Alright, so you wanna piss me right and kill all them fucking dead.
Yahweh Bashim shall have hosts, muster the hosts of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Even Yahweh Bashim shine the weapons of his
So
indignation.
he even has weapons of his anger that he's going to dish out to the
Isaiah,
Isaiah 6,
verse 5. They come from a so like, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Even Yahweh Bashim shine the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
I'm going to tell you what this is later on.
Holy, for the day of Yahweh Bashim Shai is at hand, shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Of verse 17. Behold, I will serve the means against them. They shall not regard silver as or gold, they shall not delight in it. The bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. The eye shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms,
New Babylon, Revelation 17 and 5. Mystery Babylon, America today.
the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when power overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But the wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures.
So you planning to make a whole new Sodom and Gomorrah just because you all engendered his wrath and you all caused his wrath. By God.
So and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there.
Okay.
And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And the time is near to come, and the day shall not be prolonged.
Because when your sins have been full to the brim and have reached unto heaven, then is the Most High going to pour his wrath upon you. Again, he would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Every man flee out of Babylon back to your own country, because that place is going up in flames.
I want to read Revelation 17 and verse 16. And the 10 horns which also is upon the beast, we shall hate the whore, shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For Yahweh Bashim shall put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and to give their kingdoms unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh Bashim shall be fulfilled. And I say that prophecy right now. We've seen all these nations, which is the beast system, the NATO and the EU. We've seen all these nations here turn on Babylon. Babylon have few partners right now. Everybody who's still partners with Babylon, they are looking to get out. Or they head so far Babylon as and right time is sold too.
No, well, that you think too. We know at the end, in the end of all this, we're going to be Babylon and Israel, right? The rats against everybody else in the world, and everybody, two of them going to eat some missiles and going to be bathed in the fire of Yahweh. You all have engendered the wrath of the Most High, and now your recompense for the fucking wickedness of the reward is what? To what? make her desolate,
and to
naked,
and
eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Right, if you could give me Isaiah 14 from 21, and you could close with that, because again, you must remember what is the whole goal of this in the end, because the prophetic undertones leading up to Yahweh shall come in here, but there's even more to come after that, because again, what the Most High plans to wipe these people out from being a nation. This is how we know this Babylon is speaking about Edom today. Same fate this Babylon has to face is the same fate Edom has to face. Read over that one. Go ahead.
read from 20. Isaiah 14 and 20. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. And when God would renown, it means to be remembered.
Yep, they shall never be remembered. Go ahead.
Yeah, you want to take it?
Now you know, I went into evildoers.
Check renown real quick.
Yeah, renown. Now remember is core. You don't even mention these people name anymore. The word power. Quabra. Just say the name not going to be mentioned or said anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Verse 21, prepare slaughter for the children of the... So prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
So all see them Amalekites in Exodus chapter 17. Moses tell Yahweh, remember them. The psalmist 1 to the 7 say remember Edom as well. Remember Amalek, and we know the Most High Yahweh, don't forget, because he made reference back to that same story with Moses in Exodus chapter 17 and 1 Samuel chapter 15, when he told Samuel to tell Saul, go and butter them men bread, because I remember what them do your men in the wilderness. And the Most High and forget what you know. You have engendered his wrath, therefore ye will pay the consequences. Go ahead.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the whole of their cities. For I will rise up against them, says Yahweh Bashem of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant, and the son and the nephew, says Yahweh Bashem
Until verse 27.
Also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water. It will sweep it with a besom of destruction.
Missiles.
Yahweh Bashem of hosts. Yahweh Bashem of hosts had sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and I have purpose, so shall it stand. And as I have purpose, as I have purpose to order, so shall it stand. That I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon my mountains tread them under foot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. This is the purpose, as his purpose upon the whole earth.
Upon the whole earth. Nobody's safe.
And this is
nobody's safe. This is the curse that going through the face of the whole earth. And it's gonna cut off all the sinners, the stealers, the liars, the adulterers. Everybody's gonna eat some fire. Go ahead.
And this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations.
The Most High hand short? Nah, he reaching everybody. 2 Ezra chapter 16. Can a man turn again the arrow that is shot of a mighty archer? Then can a man then out the fire or quench the fire in the stubble when it had begun to burn? Shall not the people be the stubble for the fire that the Most High gonna lighten it? And don't get things twisted. We're not telling you nuclear destruction is meant for the entire earth, but don't think a chariot can reach over yours last one. Don't get things twisted at all. All in all, the heathen nations that are face this judgment. All in all, you're going into slavery. Or you're going to die. Go ahead. The it is better they that die from the sword and famine. Better they that get enslaved than the ones that you eat and missile face a glass of the chariot, because that is a painful thing to die.
Verse 27, for Yahweh Bashem shall host and purpose, who shall disannul it.
He purpose and he counsel. Who can stop it?
And his hand is stretched out, and who shall take it back?
And who shall turn it back? He hath engendered the wrath of the Most High, and he is going to fix the problem that he sees in the earth that you all have caused. Right? So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, and that like to say, Kalala, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem Kodash. That is a double honors, double unto the apostles and elders of great millstone who surely do well. As always, we have to say Shalom unto the elect.
Shalom to the
Which is a couple of brothers say, from the heirs of Yahweh shall come,
Barachanana,
and the better Masha. Until next time, we like to say
Shalom.
Repent,
For the kingdom of heaven is at hand.